Hello everyone. This time we will learn about solving linear equations in one variable. So when you're asked to solve an equation, it means that you're looking for the solution or root that will make the equation a true statement. So we already defined it from our previous lesson that when we talk about solution or root, that is the number that will be replaced to the variable. And when you try to do PEMDAS, it will end up to be the same on the left side and the right side of the equation. So, yun yung goal natin. Pero this time, wala nang ibibigay sa inyo na value ng x. So, kayo na talaga yung maghahanap. So, para mahanap natin yon, we will be needing the properties of equality. Kasi yung gagawin natin, we will try to manipulate the equation to what we want. And then, we make sure that despite of manipulation, maintain pa rin yung equality ng ating equation. So, ito yung iba't ibang properties of equality. So, yung first natin, we call it a reflexive property of equality or RPE. So, it is now defined as for any real number A is just equal to A. So, para mas madali nating matandaan kung ano yung meaning ng RPE, isipin na lang, ang isang number is just equal to itself. Yun lang. So, it's like saying 5 is just equal to 5. 10 is just equal to a 10. Negative square root of 5 is just equal to negative square root of 5. Kapag meron tayong x plus 3, pareho din yun sa x plus 3. Let's proceed to the second property. We call it as symmetric property of equality or SPE. So our formal definition for that, for any real numbers A and B, if A is equal to B, then B is equal to A. So kahit baliktarin natin yung left side at saka right side ng ating equation, pareho pa rin yun. So pag sinabi nating x plus 5 is just equal to 2x minus 3, okay lang kahit ilagay natin yung 2x minus 3 papunta sa ating left side ng equation at saka yung x plus 5 from left to the right. Okay? So, nami-maintain pa rin natin yung equality despite the fact that we're interchanging the left with the right. Okay. How about the third property? The third property is transitive property of equality or TPE. So, for any real numbers A, B, and C, if A is just equal to B and B is equal to C, then we can conclude that A is just equal to C. So, parang isipin nyo na lang, kapag yung A natin, for example, kapag yung A natin is, let's say, x plus 3, and it's equal to 5. And then, yung x plus 3 pa rin natin is equal to, palitan natin. X plus 3 is equal to 5. Ito yung A, ito yung B. And what if yung 2x plus 4 natin is also equal to 5? So, ano yung makukonclude natin? So, therefore, yung x plus 3 natin is just equal to 2x plus 4. Yung i-remember lang natin sa property na ito, kung yung dalawang equation, meron silang common, let's say yung right side nila magkapareho, ibig sabihin, you can just put them together in one. At saka yung left side ng first equation at saka left side ng second equation natin, equal din sila. Yan lang. Okay, fourth. Okay, yung fourth property natin is what we call addition property of equality or APE. Yung APE naman natin, ginagamit natin siya kapag meron tayong i-add sa both sides. Okay. So for the definition, for example, we have A, B, and C. If our equation is A is equal to B, so it's okay to add, okay, it's okay to add a C or any number or variable that you know, as long as what you're doing on the left, you also do the same thing on the right. So halimbawa, pag sinabi nating 5 is equal to 5, okay lang kapag mag-a-add tayo ng 2 sa left side. Pero, pag ginawa natin siya sa left side, magiging mas mabigat siya compared sa right side. So, para ma-maintain yung equality, we also do the same thing on the right side. So, that's the concept of APE. That whatever you do on the left, do on the right. When you add something on the left, do the same thing on the right. How about the last one? So, similar lang sa fourth property natin. But instead of adding something, we are now multiplying something. A number, perhaps. So, for any real numbers A, B, and C, halimbawa kapag yung equation natin is A is equal to B, okay lang kahit mag-multiply tayo ng C sa left side. Pero, dapat kung ano yung minultiply natin sa left side, we also do the same thing on the right side. We also multiply the same number on the right to maintain the equality. Okay, so now you're aware of the 5 properties of equality. So this is the best time for you to start solving a certain equation. So let's have example number 1. So we're asked to solve and check the solution. So ano ulit yung goal natin kapag yung instruction na binigay sa atin is to solve something? Hinahanap natin yung solution. Ano yung ipapalit natin sa variable na in the end, when we follow PEMDAS, magiging true statement siya. So yun yung hinahanap natin. So let's have example 1a. This is y minus 4 is equal to 15. And we are asked to solve. So ano yung goal natin? Di ba hinahanap natin kung ano yung value ng ating variable. Yung variable natin ngayon is y. Kaya yung goal natin ngayon is to isolate the y. That's what we will do. Isolate means wala dapat siyang kasama kung saan siya na side ng equation. And for now, it's on the left side, pero meron tayong minus 4 dito. Yung minus 4, that's another term. Second term na walang y naman. Kapag yan ang nangyari, a term that you would want to eliminate so that the variable y will be isolated, yung gagamitin natin is APE. So for now, I will be using the horizontal way. Ano yung dapat i-add natin para mawala yung negative 4 sa ating left side? So try to pause this video and try to think first kung ano yung dapat i-add natin sa ating negative 4 para maging 0 siya. Yan yung goal. Okay. Kung yung iniisip nyo, if it's a 4, then you're correct. You're supposed to add its opposite. Hindi siya pwedeng 5, hindi siya pwedeng 10. Kasi hindi siya magiging 0. So, hindi pa rin isolated si y. So, yung gusto natin maging 0, yung negative 4. At para mangyari yan, we just have to add its opposite. So, kung ano yung dapat tanggalin natin, i-add lang natin yung opposite niya. Or in other words, additive inverse. So what's the additive inverse of negative 4? That's a 4. Whatever you do on the left, following AP, do the same thing on the right. So you also have to add a 4 on the right. So ano yung resulta ng ating negative 4 plus 4? Magiging 0 na siya. 15 plus 4 is 19. So y now is equal to 19. So for now, yan yung sagot natin. Pero we have to double check if it's really correct. So our assumption for now is that the y must be 19 to make it a true statement. So let's try to substitute 19 to y. But 19 minus 4 is 15, which is true. So we put a check mark above our equal sign. So therefore, isusulat natin siya in a solution set in raster notation, SS, colon, then braces. Then we put inside the solution. Okay. Now, hindi 15 yung ilalagay natin dito. Ang ilalagay natin dito, kung ano yung pinalit natin sa ating y, which is 19. So, 19 yung ipapasok natin dito. And that's our final answer. Okay. Now, let's have another example. Let's have B. In B, the given is x plus 1.2 is equal to 10. And we're asked to solve. Again, yung goal natin is to isolate the x. Ito. Dapat hindi siya negative. It must only be positive x. So yung 1.2 is in another term because of the plus sign, and it doesn't have the variable x. So dapat matanggal siya. Diba? Kapag tinanggal natin yung entire term, ibig sabihin yun nun, yung gagamitin natin is APE. Okay, yung ginamit ko kanina is horizontal. So this time, I'll be using the vertical way when we do addition property of equality. So with this, we need to add the opposite of the 1.2. Positive siya. So yung additive inverse ng 1.2 natin is just the negative of it. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So, magiging, we just have to bring down the x. Ito magiging 0. Bring down the equal sign. 10 plus negative 1.2. Magkaiba sila ng sign, so ibig sabihin nun, magsasubtract tayo. 10 minus 1.2, so fill in 0. So borrow tayo, magiging 0 ito. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. Align the decimal point. So, 8.8. Then mas maliki yung 10. So, yung answer natin dito, dapat positive siya. So, we already isolated the x. Therefore, our solution for now is 8.8. But, to make sure that our answer is really correct, we need to double check. So, to double check, we need to substitute 8.8 to the x. So kapag yung x natin, pinalitan natin siya ng 8.8, 8.8 plus 1.2, 8 plus 2 is 10, 1 plus 8 plus 1 is 10. So magiging 10 din siya, which is now true. So, ibig sabihin nito, tama yung nakuha nating value ng x. And 8.8 is a solution of our equation x plus 1.2 is equal to 10. So, let's have C. The given equation now is 6 minus negative x is equal to negative 10. So the challenge this time is quite different from A and B. Yung challenge ngayon, yung x natin, hindi na siya positive. At saka hindi na siya nasa first term or yung variable natin. Nasa second term na siya. So ano yung gagawin natin? We just have to bear in mind that we just have to apply what we've learned in Module 4. We simplify the expressions before we solve. Okay? So isipin nyo na lang, dapat isi-simplify mo yung left side, isi-simplify mo din yung right side. So focus muna tayo sa left side. Kapag minus ito, kailangan natin siyang palitan ng plus. And then, yung subtrahend natin, we get its opposite. So, from negative x to positive x. Then, yung right side, wala naman tayong magagawa sa negative 10, so ikakopy lang natin siya. Kasi nakasimplify na siya. So, there you go. 6 plus x is equal to negative 10. So, i-isolate na natin yung x kasi positive na siya, tsaka x lang. So, mag-a-add tayo ng negative 6 sa both sides. Bakit tayo gumagamit ng APE or nag-a-add ng numero sa both sides? Kasi yung gusto natin, matanggal yung entire term na 6. Kasi wala naman siyang variable x. It's in a different term kasi meron tayong plus between x and the 6. So pag tinanggal natin yung entire term, APE yung gagamitin natin. So magiging x is equal to negative 16. So ngayon, okay, i-double check natin kung talagang tama yung nakuha nating value ng x. So, if x is equal to negative 16, and this is our equation, we substitute negative, then negative 16. So, wag natin kalimutan yung unang negative dito, galing yan sa ating equation. Yung pangalawang negative, galing siya from our negative 16. Okay? Kapag magkasunod yung dalawang negative sign, magiging positive na siya. Kapag minus, change to plus, then get the opposite of the subtrahend, which is positive 16 to negative 16. And kapag mag-add tayo ng 6 plus negative 16, yung resulta is negative 10, which is now equal to the right side. So, tama yung nakuha natin. Therefore, negative 16 is our solution. Now, let's proceed to example 2. The given now is negative 3x is equal to negative 48. So, ano naman yung challenge this time? Yung challenge, pareho lang din naman, we need to isolate the x. Pero yung problema, hindi 1 yung coefficient ng ating x, kundi negative 3. Walang plus or minus sa gitna ng ating negative 3 and x. Therefore, they belong in the same term. So, yung goal natin is magiging 1 yung negative 3 natin sa left side. So, paano natin magagawa yan? So, from our first quarter lesson, to make a number a 1, we just need to multiply its multiplicative inverse. So, di ba? Ina-apply na natin kung ano yung na-discuss natin from first quarter. Kung natatandaan ninyo, magiging 1 siya kapag magmumultiply tayo ng multiplicative inverse. In other words, yung reciprocal ng number. Ano yung reciprocal ng negative 3? negative 1/3. Ayan. Negative 3 times negative 1/3, makakancel out yung 3. Negative times negative, positive. So, magiging positive 1. So, yan yung goal natin kapag yung coefficient ng ating variable x, kung hindi naman siya 1. So, we multiply the multiplicative inverse of negative 3, which is negative 1/3. So, instead of adding, we are now multiplying. Kapag yung goal natin is gagawin natin 1 yung coefficient. So, yung negative 48, dapat i-multiply din natin siya with negative 1/3. So, we're now using MPE. So, we cancel out the 3 kasi 3 is 3 here is in the numerator, 3 here is in the denominator. Negative times negative, positive. At saka, yung matitira na lang, x. Then, on the right side, negative times negative, positive. But, yung rule natin dito, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So, magiging 48 over 3. 48 over 3 is just 16. So, 16 yung value ng x natin. So, i-double check natin kung 16 ba talaga yung ipapalit natin sa x para maging true statement yung equation natin. So, we have negative 3x is equal to negative 48. Negative 3 times 16. Okay, 16 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. 48. And don't forget, it's negative because negative times positive, negative. And there you go. They're equal. So therefore, ito yung solution set natin, 16. Okay, let's have example 2b. The given now is x over 5 is equal to negative 3. So first, sa nakikita ninyo, walang addition or subtraction dito sa ating x over 5. But it's only division. Ibig sabihin nito, they belong in one term. So, i-identify nyo yung kung ano yung coefficient ng ating variable x. Ano yung coefficient? It is 1/5. So, I hope you can remember your your module 3 lesson na yung coefficient natin is not a 5 but it's a 1/5. Because yung 5 nasa denominator. Yung katabi ng x 1, so 1/5. Yan yung coefficient. Yung goal natin ngayon, gagawin natin siyang 1. 1x lang. Yung 1/5 dapat maging 1 lang siya. So, ano yung gagawin natin para maging 1 lang siya? I-multiply natin yung multiplicative inverse ng ating coefficient. So, 1/5 is just 5 over 1. Parang reciprocal lang. Yan na lang isisipin natin. So, magiging 1 na siya. In other words, we're just multiplying a 5 in both sides. So, if we do that, multiplying 5 in both sides, you're already using MPE. So, yung 5 dito, makakancel out. 1x na lang yung matitira or just an x. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So, don't forget, we still have to double check. So, if x is equal to negative 15, and we substitute it to x, So negative 15 over 5, or negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3, which is just equal to the right side of the equation. So therefore, okay, wag natin kalimutan hindi negative 3 yung ilalagay natin dito, yung ilalagay natin kung ano yung ipapalit sa x. That is negative 15. Okay, meron pa tayong isa dito, C. Okay. Sa C naman, yung given natin, 4/5 y is equal to 16. So same instruction, pero alam natin na yung 4/5 at saka y, walang add or minus. So they belong in one term, yung 4/5 coefficient ng ating y. Kung coefficient siya ng y, yung goal natin is gagawin natin siyang 1. So para maging 1 siya, yung i-multiply natin is yung reciprocal. Ano yung reciprocal ng 4/5? That's 5/4. Then whatever you do on the left, do on the right. And now we're using MPE. So makakancel out yung 5 at saka yung 4. Yung matitira, y na lang. Okay. 16 divide by 4. Shortcut na lang tayo. 16 divide by 4 is 4. 4 times 5, 20. Okay. Now, let's double check if talagang 20 dapat yung ipapalit natin sa y para maging true statement yung equation natin. So 4/5 times 20 is equal to 16. So 20 divided by 5, that's a 4. But 4 times 4 is 16. So that's true. Therefore, our solution set includes 20. Okay, so let's proceed now to example 3. We're asked to complete each statement. So it says that if x plus 2 is equal to 5, then what is 2x? So ano yung gagawin natin? Unang-una sa lahat, dapat alam muna natin kung ano yung x sa ating if statement. From our if statement, the equation is x plus 2 is equal to 5. So yung gagawin natin, dapat alamin muna natin kung ano yung x para so that we will already know what is twice of that x that we will get. So, hindi pa isolated sa x. Pero, may plus sa gitna ng ating x at saka 2. So, kung ganyan yung mangyari, yung 2 is really a different term. At it doesn't have a variable x. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung gagawin lang natin is APE. We will add its opposite number to make it a 0. So, ano yung opposite ng ating positive 2? That would be negative 2. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So, magiging 0 ito. 5 plus negative 2, 3. Okay. So, i-double check natin kung talagang 3 ba talaga yung ipapalit sa x. So, double check natin. If x is equal to 3, so substitute, that's a 5 is equal to 5, which is true. So, hindi pa tayo tapos, hindi naman natin nahanap yung solusyon ng ating x. Diba? Ng ating equation, x plus 2 is equal to 5. Yung hinanap natin kung ano yung 2 x, or 2 times x. So we still have to substitute x is equal to 3 to 2x. So 2x is equal to 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So ito yung tamang sagot. So for B, the given is, what if 3y is equal to 15? Then kapag meron na tayong y, ano ba daw yung value kapag isa-subtract natin siya by 6? So, we start by solving for y and our 3y is equal to 15. Since yung 3 natin, coefficient ng ating y, so yung goal natin is magiging 1 siya. And that's where we will use MPE. We multiply the reciprocal of 3, which is 1/3. So whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So makakancel out yung 3 natin, y na lang yung matitira. So we have 15 divided by 3, which is equal to 5. So bago tayo mag-substitute, double check muna natin kung tama talaga yung nakuha nating value ng y. So kapag yung y natin is a 5 at ito yung ating equation, so 3 times 5 is equal to 15. So this is now the best time for us to find for y minus 6. So yung gagawin lang natin, y minus 6 is equal to, yung value ng y na nakuha natin, 5. So 5 minus 6 is equal to negative 1. So ito yung tamang sagot. Ang example 4 ngayon, okay, this would be quite different. It's a combination of usage of two properties. So you'll figure out later. So for now, I'll copy the given, which is 3x plus 5 is equal to 2. So we solve, and we need to isolate the x. Okay. Para ma-isolate yung x, dapat alisin natin yung 3 at saka 5. Pero yung unang gagawin natin, tatanggalin natin yung term na wala namang variable x. And the other term must be separated by a plus in between them. Sa ngayon, ito yung plus. At saka ito yung second term, 5. Wala siyang x. So dapat, para matanggal yung entire term na 5, mag-a-add tayo ng opposite using APE. Opposite ng positive 5 is negative 5. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So ano yung ginagamit natin? APE. Okay, simplify lang tayo. This is 3x, this is 0. This is 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3. Okay, hindi pa isolated si x kasi meron pa siyang 3 na coefficient. And yung coefficient dapat maging 1. So, ano yung gagamitin natin? MPE na. So, magmumultiply tayo ng reciprocal ng ating 3. Ano yung reciprocal ng 3 natin? That's 1/3. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. Cancel out the 3. Negative 3 times 1/3. Maka-cancel out yung 3. Yung matitira na lang is negative at saka 1. So, negative 1. So, let's double check if negative 1 ba talaga yung x natin. So, substitute, x becomes negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 5, it's 2. So, that's true. So, therefore, yung solution set natin must only be negative 1. So, negative 1 yung ipapalit natin sa x para maging true statement yung 3x plus 5 is equal to 2. So, sa nakikita ninyo, meron tayong dalawang property na ginamit, APE at saka MPE. Okay, let's proceed to example 5. Okay. Yung example 5, medyo marami ng y kayo nakikita. Pero isang variable lang din naman yan, y. So, ibig sabihin nito, maghanap kayo ng paraan na isang y na lang yung matitira. So, how will you do that? As I said a while ago, you need to simplify the left side and the right side separately. So, yung left side natin, masisimplify natin siya kasi meron pa tayong like terms. Yung first term at saka second term, may y silang dalawa. So, meaning, mako-combine natin siya. 2y plus 1y, kasi may imaginary 1 dito, 1y is just equal to 3y. Yung 3y minus 2, wala na talaga tayong magagawa dyan. Okay. So, sa nakikita ninyo, pareho, wala na, yung left side at saka right side, it's already in simplest form. At pareho sila ng first term. Kung magkapareho sila ng first term, exactly the same ha, hindi pwedeng yung isa positive, yung isa negative. Dapat eksaktong pareho talaga sila. 3y, 3y din dito. Ibig sabihin nito, magiging 0 siya. Bakit? Kasi kapag mag-a-add tayo ng negative 3y sa both sides, diba? Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So, kung mag-a-add tayo ng opposite ng 3y, which is negative 3y, magiging 0 siya. So, yung matitira na lang, negative 5 dito, negative 2 sa right side. And as you see, they are not equal. At wala na talagang variable na natira. So, ano yung conclusion natin? Ibig sabihin nito, yung solution set natin is an empty set. O, diba yung empty set lesson natin sa first quarter? So, we still apply it now. Walang value ng y that will make the equation a true statement. That's the meaning of it. Because hindi naman sila magkapareho. Negative 5 is different from negative 2. So, empty set. So, possible na walang solution ng isang equation. So, it really depends on the situation. That's the case. Okay, let's proceed to example 6. Same instruction, but the given is 3 times the quantity of w plus 2 is equal to 2 times the quantity of w plus 1 plus w plus 4. So, yung unang gagawin natin, similar to example 5, we need to simplify first each side of our equation. Sa left side, meron tayong 3 times the quantity of w plus 2. So, we need to distribute the 3 to W, and to 2. 3 times W, 3W. 3 times 2, 6. O, diba, ito yung module 4 naman natin. So, it's a combination of everything that you know ever since first quarter. So, 3 times W is 3W, 3 times 2 is 6. Dito naman sa right side, meron tayong 2 times the quantity of W plus 1. So, i-distribute natin yung 2 natin to W at yung 2 natin to 1. 2 times W, 2W. 2 times 1, 2. Left side, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Hindi naman sila like terms. So, you just have to copy it. But the ones on the right side, 2W and W are like terms. What is 2W plus W? That's 3W. 2 plus 4, both are just constant terms. So you can combine them. 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay. So, if you notice, magkapareho sila, di ba? 3W plus 6 just equal to 3W plus 6. So, what will be our conclusion if that happens? Na yung left side natin is exactly the same as the right side. Ibig sabihin nito, yung solution set naman natin, all real numbers can be a possible solution to the equation. So, lahat ng real numbers na alam natin, pwede natin siyang gamitin to make the equation a true statement. Okay? So, kapag walang, so, kasi yung mangyayari, di ba, kung magkapareho sila, it's actually the left side and the right side. So, makakancel out yung 3W. Kasi pag mag-add tayo ng negative 3W sa left at saka right, magiging 0 yon. Kapag mag-a-add naman tayo ng negative 6 sa both sides, magiging 0 din. So, magiging 0 is equal to 0. So, kapag pareho talaga sila, tulad nito, ibig sabihin nito, lahat ng real numbers pwedeng ipalit sa ating variable na W. Kaya ika-clarify ko kung kailan siya magiging empty set. Empty set kapag walang variable na natira, and then, hindi sila magkapareho. So, empty set. Dito naman, kapag magkapareho na yung left at saka right side, if they are exactly the same, that means that all real numbers can be a solution to the equation. Okay, let's have example 7. So, same instruction. Yun pa rin. Okay. Ito yung equation natin. So, we're asked to solve 5 times the quantity of 2x minus 1. Quantity minus 4x is equal to 2x minus the quantity of negative 10 minus x. So, isi-simplify muna natin yung left at saka right side natin. So, start tayo sa left side. So, meron tayong 5 dito multiplied to the binomial 2x minus 1. So, i-multiply natin si 5 to 2x at saka negative 1. So, distributive property. So, 5 times 2x, 10x. 5 times negative 1, negative 5. Dito naman sa ating right side, that's 2x minus the quantity of negative 10 minus x. So, since minus ito, gagawin natin siyang plus. Pero needed nating kunin yung opposite ng each terms ng ating negative 10 minus x. So, magiging 10 yung negative 10 magiging positive x yung negative x. Then, combine like terms. 10x minus 4x. 10x minus 4x is 6x. Minus 5 kasi wala namang ibang constant term dito sa left side ng ating equation. Doon naman tayo sa right side ng ating equation. 2x, you can combine it with x. 2x plus x is 3x plus 10. So, ito na yung simplest form ng left side ng equation. Right side ng equation, ito na din yung simplest form. So, ano yung gagawin natin? Sige, we'll do it slowly para mas gets nyo kung ano yung gagawin ninyo. So, focus tayo sa left side. Sa left side, para ma-isolate si x, kailangan natin tanggalin si 6 at saka si negative 5. Pero si 6, coefficient siya ng x. Pero yung 5, it's another term na walang x. So, yan yung muna yung unang tatanggalin natin by adding its opposite using APE. So, mag-a-add tayo ng opposite ng negative 5, which is positive 5. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. But align the like terms, okay? Para mas madali. So, ito, 6x. Ito, 0. Ito naman, 3x. Ito naman, 10 plus 5, 15. Okay. Ano yung susunod na gagawin natin? Hindi muna tayo mag-MPE. Yung tatanggalin natin yung 6 dito. Wag muna. Yung gagawin natin, we make sure na lahat ng terms na may x mapunta sa same side. Sige. Since dito naman tayo nag-start sa left side, so dapat lahat ng may term na x, dapat din kasama siya ng 6x. Yung right side, meron tayong 3x dito. So ano yung gagawin natin para matanggal yung 3x sa right side at mapunta sa left side? So, gagamit pa rin tayo ng APE. Kasi yung entire term yung tatanggalin natin. Hindi siya coefficient lang. So, mag-a-add tayo ng opposite ng 3x, which is negative 3x. Whatever you do on the right, do on the left. Okay, so ano yung magiging resulta? Magiging 0 ito, yung matitira 15. Then 6x plus negative 3x, like terms sila. 6 plus negative 3 is 3. So 3x. Okay. And this is the best time that you will try to make the coefficient of the variable x a 1. So ano yung gagamitin natin? MPE. So i-multiply natin yung reciprocal ng ating coefficient na 3 para maging 1 siya. Ano yung reciprocal ng 3? That's 1/3. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. So makakancel out na yung 3, yung matitira na lang x. Then 15 times 1/3, 15 divided by 3 is 5. So x is equal to 5. So, huwag natin kalimutan, we still have to double check if x is really a 5. Dapat sure tayo na talagang 5 yung ipapalit natin sa x para maging true statement yung equation natin. So, checking. So, if x is equal to 5, so magiging ito yung equation natin. Copy muna natin para sure tayo na hindi tayo magkamali. So, 2 times 5 minus 1 minus 4 times 5 is equal to 2 times 5 minus negative 10 minus, okay, teka lang kasi parang hindi na magkasya. Minus 5. Sulat ko na lang ulit. 2 times 5 minus negative 10 minus 5. So, dito muna tayo sa left side. 2 times 5, 10. 4 times 5, 20. Follow muna natin yung PEMDAS para hindi kayo malito. So, di ba PEMDAS says parenthesis first. So, 10 minus 1, that's a 9. Then, we multiply. 5 times 9, 45. Oops, hindi muna tayo magsasubtract. Magmumultiply muna tayo. So, 4 times 5, 20. Then, finally, 45 minus 20, 25. Okay, doon naman tayo sa right side ng ating equation. So, start with the parenthesis. Negative 10 minus 5, magiging negative 15. Kasi magkapareho, di ba sila ng sign? So, negative 15. Mag-a-add tayo, copy the common sign. Then, 2 times 5, that's a 10. Finally, we subtract 10 with negative 15. But we change minus to plus. Then opposite. So 10 plus 15, 25. So there you go. So yung nakuha nating sagot, tama. So our solution includes 5. Okay. So punta naman tayo sa ating B. Ito yung challenge. Medyo challenging. What if meron tayong mga fractions? Okay, teka lang. Ito na lang. So we have x plus 2 all over 5 plus 2x minus 1 all over 2 is equals to 3 over 10. So, marami namang paraan para makuha yung sagot na ating equation ngayon. Pero para sa akin, ito yung pinakamadaling paraan. Unang-una sa lahat, 'di ba? Hindi natin let's be honest to each other. So medyo ayaw natin yung fraction, 'di ba? So yung unang gagawin natin, dapat wala tayong fractions na wino-work on. So paano natin magagawa 'yon? So titingnan lang natin lahat ng mga denominator sa equation. So 5, 2 at saka 10. Hanapin natin yung LCD ng lahat ng denominators na yan. So, what is the LCD of 5, 2, at saka 10? So, yan yung hanapin natin. Yung 5, that's simply 5. Yung 2 naman, 2. So, hindi natin i-align. Yung 10 naman, that's 5 times 2. So, i-align natin siya dito. 5 times 2. And then, we bring down. So, align. So, 5. Align. Isang 2. So, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So, meaning yung LCD is a 10. So, ano yung gagawin natin sa LCD? I-multiply natin siya sa both sides ng ating equation. So, multiply both sides with a 10. So, ano yung mangyayari sa 10? I-distribute natin sa dalawang terms. So, 10 times x plus 2 all over 5. Isang term lang yan ha, kasi isang fraction bar lang. So, remember, one term lang kapag may isang fraction bar. So, 10 times x plus 2 all over 5. Then, 10 times the second term na may 2x minus 1 all over 2. So, ano yung mangyayari kapag i-multiply natin siya sa ating x plus 2 all over 5? So, magiging 10 divided by 5 lang yan. So, magiging 2. Again, 10 divided by 5, 2. So, meron pa tayong x plus 2. Pero wala nang denominator. Sa second term naman, 10 divided by 2, 5. So, yung numerator, 2x minus 1. Dito naman sa right side, makakancel out na yung 10. 3 na lang yung matitira. O, di ba? Wala na tayong fraction. So, yung susunod na gagawin na lang, simplify yung left side. So, distribute the 2 to x and 2. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. Ito naman, 5 times 2x, 10x. 5 times negative 1, negative 5. Then, combine like terms. 2x plus 10x, that's 12x. 4 plus negative 5, negative 1. Okay. So now, nakasimplify na yung left side natin at saka right side. Yung gagawin na lang natin, i-isolate natin yung x. So may 12 tayo at minus 1 na tatanggalin. Pero yung 12, coefficient ng x. Yung minus 1, other term. So, tatanggalin natin yung other term using APE. By adding its opposite. So, i-add natin positive 1. Whatever we do on the left, do on the right. So, magiging 12x is equal to 4. And then, meron pa tayong 12 dito as a coefficient of x. So, yung goal natin is magiging 1 siya. So, we use MPE. So, multiply lang natin 1 over 12 in both sides. So, makakancel out na yung 4 natin, ay yung 12 natin. Yung matitira na lang is yung x. 4 times 112 is 4 over 12. You can still simplify 4 over 12 as 1/3. So, x is 1/3. Now, we still have to double check if x is really a 1/3. So, double check natin. Okay. So, checking. If x is equal to 1/3. So, ito yung equation natin. Papalitan lang natin yung x ng 1/3. Okay. So, ano yung 1/3 plus 2? So, first quarter lesson nyo to. 1/3 plus 2, if you combine them, 1/3 plus 2, is 7/3. 2 times 1/3 is 2/3. Okay. Sunod naman, 7/3 divided by 5, yung all over dito, that's a division. So we change division to multiplication. Reciprocal ng 5, 1/5. Dito naman, 2/3 minus 1, it's negative 1/3. So, 7 times 1, 7. 3 times 5, 15. Dito naman, negative 1/3, division, change it into multiplication, reciprocal of 2, 1/2. So, 7 over 15. So, negative 1 times 1, negative 1, 3 times 2, 6. Okay. Then, kung i-combine natin yung 7 over 15 at saka yung negative 1/6 natin, yung result niya is 3 over 10. So therefore, tama yung nakuhang x natin. So, solution set, it's 1/3.